right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. You know, it's a moment of pride and honor for me, and there's reason because of the fact that imagine that, you go to school with the specific gentlemen. You were those two gentlemen who would certainly want to do the prayer, do the honors of the prayers, and that too, or the recitation of Holy Quran in your assembly. Right. And ever since that you've been on that journey, it looked like as if, you're two normal, ordinary guys who won't do anything in life. But imagine, here we are. One, you see them, you see me on your television screens. The other one, alhamdulillah, happens to be a member of, the Green Party over there in Germany. Not just that, imagine that he's an entrepreneur. He's making sure that, that he's going to build up a community over there which can actually help the community within Germany. But not just that, but bring back some good news for Pakistan as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very lucky that I've been joined with my long-lost friend. We have attended school and college together. He happens to be one of those amazing people who truly deserves to be on the morning show and to share his success story with all our, 46 different countries who are out there, whoever's watching. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my cherry buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, he happens to be Mr. Sharique Javaid. Hello, Sharique. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. How are you? Guten Tag or Guten Morgen.
Thank you, Shahzad, for having me here. It's a pleasure to see you after a long time.
Likewise. Thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you over here. So, Sharique, alhamdulillah, you've grown exponentially well. Nobody could tell that, these two gentlemen all the way from Barrier College will actually do such wonderful things in life, alhamdulillah, and there's much more to come.
Yes.
First of all, how has it been, you moving to Germany, being an engineer, now having your own IT business, expanding it in different parts of the world? How has it been for you?
It has been a roller coaster ride. It's like a Netflix movie. Every day new things coming, and we don't have so many mentors in Germany. Yep. Because the Pakistani community used to go in the countries where we speak English, like in US, Australia, England. In Germany, we don't have so many mentors. We have no mentors who entered politics from our community. True. Not so many social workers. So I have been doing a lot of things. So I went for masters to Sweden, and then I moved to Germany for thesis.
Yeah, Sweden happens to be one of the most happiest countries, ladies and gentlemen, on the planet.
We can have a debate on that, because I don't believe that
that's what the index says.
The parameters that they have used, but obviously, and all
they work 4 days a week.
All the countries that are on that parameter are the white countries and the European countries. So there's a lot of bias on that. But now let's develop the conversation further. And you've been in the Germany, and since you talk about the language barrier there, so let's talk about some of the challenges there, because Germany is very keen to invite a lot of skilled labor, because obviously they are facing the shortages, the dearth of the people who can work for the industries. So what are some of the challenges, and how do you see this scenario, especially for the people who are eager from here to want to upgrade their lifestyles and move to Western countries abroad?
Very good question. Actually, there are Germany is famous for the engineering, in the world famous
and
cars
industry,
like
yes.
Industry, for example, BMW, Audi,
Mercedes.
Volkswagen, Mercedes, all come from Germany. Yeah. So they have been really doing well in the 80s, 90s and onwards for mechanical engineering part. But still for the digital part, they are struggling, and they need a lot of skilled labor from abroad, because in the last generation or so, the women were also working very hard, but there was almost no focus on family development and kids. So now they need people from abroad, but still they are lacking much behind US and other countries in terms of incentives. For example, if I go here and not talk about the biggest challenge there to the Pakistani community, then people will really be angry with me. The biggest challenge at the moment is family visa. When an engineer goes from Pakistan to Germany, he gets a good job, but then he has to wait for almost, his spouse has to wait almost 3 years to be able to reach there. It was different in my case. It was 1 month time in the appointment for my wife at that time, but now it's taking 3 years, and even divorces happen in between. It's really inhumane.
कि तुम हमें बुलाना ही नहीं चाहते हो, हम भी नहीं आना चाहते.
Yeah, so it is really.
And can I ask you, why is it that? So why there is such a long waiting time?
And since you represent that particular political party yourself, who's in power, so why don't you do something over there?
Yes, so we are raising the voice with the foreign ministry and other parts. Before we talked about the Angela Merkel and other parties, they were in power for 16 years. And then they went out of power, and other parties came, and the other challenges which normal Germans are facing were too big. For example, the Afghanistan and the regime change, and then all the workload coming from the Kabul embassy closed and they all shifted to Islamabad. And German working style bureaucracy is also very slow. They have to adapt. Still, if in Christmas break I was in vacation, after 10 days I came back, there were 12 or 13 letters. So they still work a lot of things with letters in the digital age also. So they have to adapt a lot. But this is the biggest challenge, which is forcing the people to even relocate.
Exactly.
To other countries.
But in addition to this, I would back it up with, because I've had the first-hand experience of being over there, I think one of the strongest economies in the European Union, if we are to kind of speak about Germany. So probably they will have their own traditional ways. But in addition to this, speaking about the Pakistani context, what about the dual citizenship law which has been passed as well? How do you think that creates difficulty, and how can the Pakistan government be of help?
First of all, this is also a new incentive, because all our friends in other EU countries and US, they after some time they apply for citizenships. But unlike other countries, in Germany, I had to quit my Pakistan citizenship with a very heavy heart. But recently, the German government has announced a law. It took a debate in the cabinet, the National Assembly, and then the president had signed it. Now the dual citizenship has been approved. But in order for us to get back the Pakistani citizenship, we still need help of the government of Pakistan, because they need to do something in the parliament here, amend the bylaws and add this, and there need to be an agreement within the next months, so between the both countries, so we can get back our Pakistani citizenship.
And also I would want you to please reflect and pontificate on the diaspora over there, right? So you mentioned that there are not many mentors there, but there is generally, I see a tradition in Pakistan, or not tradition, or I think a trend that I've witnessed, that a lot of people want to move to Germany because they are offering attractive pay packages, and obviously there are better living standards there.
It's a huge market.
Yes, and obviously they need people who can work for them, especially the skilled labor. So how do you see the cultures between the two countries? Is it easy to integrate there? Because obviously aapka apna mulk to apna mulk hi hota hai at the end of the day, right? And moving to a place which is not yours, which is a totally different, has a different sets of cultures, how do you integrate, and what are some of the challenges that you faced, especially when we talk about integration there?
This is a very good question. I will put some facts. Germany has around 80 million population, a bit more, 70 million is I think UK, but unlike UK, here the Pakistani population is around 100k, 1 lakh only. And as I said, the educated people were not there before, so people think about a good job and they move there, and we were talking about the living standard. So living standard has many other aspects. The good job is just one of the aspects. Other aspect is your family is not there, language barrier and other things. There comes the role of the community. So that we are building a strong community there, because when I went there, there were not many Eid celebrations, not many iftar parties. Now what we are doing is that we are doing lot of cultural events. We are also motivating people to do career counseling seminars. We are, when someone dies, we don't know, young people don't know how to move the dead body, what we'll do. There is a process, so we do that. We help people across Germany when someone dies to relocate the body to Pakistan or bury there. And we celebrate, even while coming here, just coming here, a guy reached out to me that a young guy died of blood cancer, and the friends don't know how to help them. So I was constantly helping them. And one more thing I want to talk, the Pakistani embassy, we have two embassy in Berlin and a consulate in Frankfurt. Unlike what many people think, they are helpful. So I have very good experience. If someone dies in the night, 2 o'clock, we have special ways to then contact, not to spam them, but they are always helpful.
Thank you so much for saying that, and thank you so much for being there, for the Pakistani diaspora who actually lives in Germany, and if they have any issues. Now, when we speak about, how to kind of settle within that community, let's talk about the German perspective. They come from different religion, different walks of life, different languages. How is it even for the spouse, even if she's going to get the visa, how do you think she's going to adjust if she's coming after 3 years?
Exactly. So
I think first up, she will need time with you to kind of settle down. That's the extended community.
This is also a very good question, and very less work has been done.
That's what we are known for here, Sharique.
So that's why we made a new NGO also, and applying from government funding. That, for example, a spouse comes there because the man is already working, and the wife comes, she's from a profession like lawyer or a nurse or a doctor, and these professions have very, very tough entry point there. And there is no nana nani, dada dadi, no maids, nothing. So she is just stuck inside the home without German language. She's not able to talk to the neighbors. So the life is much harder for her actually.
True.
And we don't realize that, but it's very, very hard, and just taking care of the kids and just sending them. She's just a wife or a mother without and losing her own identity, and we are working on that so that what she can do, learn some digital skills or even change some profession and work from home on or work part-time. So we are working on that because and we are also creating such groups, women groups, where people support groups, people can talk to each other, meet on breakfast. It's very, very important topic because I think this is the mom or the wife, if she is unhappy, whole family is unhappy. So this is a very, very important point we are focusing on this year. That's why we also have a NGO created this year where my wife is leading it.
Where you're making wives happy, yes. So imagine
we are making families happy.
Concept. Having an NGO where the NGO makes the wives happy so that everybody's
husband is happy.
No, because I remember this. I remember this, and once I think I've seen your post on Facebook and I liked it where probably you had an argument with your wife and you posted that, she wasn't really very happy. So I think you're doing a great job, alhamdulillah, as a couple as well. Bhabhi, if you're out there, thank you so much for giving him that support which he required to do such amazing work. But in addition to this, very quickly towards the end, how do you believe that, that you being out there in Germany are trying to help and the entire community to help Pakistan come out of these economic crises that we do face? We do know for sure that we get $32 billion in remittances every single year, and it's all because of you Pakistanis. It's the human resource that is being capitalized world over. So how do you believe that that you are helping, and how do you think that in days to come it's going to get better?
Very good question again, because first thing, the new people there, they have to settle down.
True.
But once they are settled down, then the real thing is giving back to both the host country who gave us the opportunity and also to our motherland where we come from, because we got our education here, our parents are here. So we often talk about remittance, that is the basic thing, okay? But the main important thing is then the knowledge transfer. When we are working in BMW, Siemens, good companies, then we have to educate. For example, if I look out to class, maybe 10%, 5% people, 5-10% people go there. So, acha bacha bula le, so that's not helping, because then it is only 5% going abroad. What about all others? So, in this world of digitalization and globalization, we can help them to make companies in Pakistan. We have very talented people, and this is my main focus these days, that making trade groups, research groups. So we help the people in Pakistan.
So whatever you need, we can assist you.
And they will develop software houses and industry here and export stuff there. This is the goal for the next.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Sharique, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you. I would have stayed over here, till iftar, and we could have certainly gone for iftari as well. But since we are limited with our time slots as well, but thank you so much.
But you can offer iftari to him,
exactly,
right?
We're going out tomorrow.
We're going out
tomorrow already. We're going out tomorrow, Hajra. But for everybody who's out there, I think that the takeaway over here is, ladies and gentlemen, imagine, it's such a wonderful concept that you have an NGO who's actually responsible to make your wife happy, and that too for free. I think that's something which I believe is the best idea. But thank you so much, Sharique, for coming over.
Also happy to see you become a celebrity and a host here.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much for everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, a bit of banter, a bit of lighter note conversation, and that too with a study buddy is something that everybody looks forward to. If you have a friend you haven't spoken to for probably more than 10 years or 15 years, I think today is the day. I know for sure that there's that one person in your mind. Make sure that you reach out to him or her, whoever he or she is, and just tell them that you miss them, ladies and gentlemen. That's the essence of friendship, and you will feel great about it. Until next time, look after yourselves. Allah Hafiz. Good morning.
Ramazan Mubarak.